Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. What you are about to witness is the absolute pinnacle of gaming YouTube. Nowhere on the planet will you find a better gaming YouTuber, I swear. And now, with your host, Jibba73, the DoubleEShow! Dude, can I have $5 now?
What's going on, everybody? Jibba73 back with the DoubleEShow. It's Moving Monday with American Truck Simulator, and today we are hauling logs. We're over here in Oregon, Medford to be exact. Actually, let's go to the map here. We're in Medford, Oregon. We're going to haul some logs up to Pendleton, Oregon. I'm going to show you that on the map right now. So if you look, and now everything's a little bit jittery laggy, and I'm not exactly sure why. We've got ourselves one hell of a trip, okay? But I am going to pull off here and get some fuel, because I'm going to need gas probably about that point. Okay? So, let's get driving, shall we? There we go. And, we'll take the park brake off. Yo! We'll put it in gear, and we will pull out. Still driving the Mac R. Nice old truck. But it definitely not a lot of engine options, so I think I'm still running the 285 horse. And it's a 13 speed. And it says 65 through here. We're not going to do 65. It's a quite the windy road. So anywho, it is Monday. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Oh my goodness, let's see if I can do this from this angle. Probably not. No, I can't do it from that angle. I could have moved the mouse around and stuff like that, but not on these windy switchbacks. My weekend was pretty good. Played in a upper level pool tournament. We won in the first round and lost in the second round, which stinks, but it's always good experience. I'll get there again for sure. I have confidence in my ability to shoot pool. Now I do have trailer stability not set to max, so there's a little bit of realism to it. But not so low that my trailer is bouncing all over the place. But hopefully we don't flip it on these switchbacks. Just saying. And this is what's going to probably take most of the time on the trip, is getting out of the logging camp. Drop it down in the fourth. Get up that hill. Alright, and this is where we start to come back out to the regular road. Well, not regular road. It gets out of the super bumpy and comes on to less bumpy. So it goes from dirt to gravel. Slightly less bumpy. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. We got a good array of stuff coming up this week in videos. Tropico 6 coming up at 2 o'clock today. And I'll have one every day at 2 o'clock. So, hope you guys are enjoying the Tropico series. Being my first experience in it. I'm really liking the game. A lot of stuff going on. Gonna take me a lot to learn it. For sure. I won't kid you. some of the sub-menus are a little daunting to figure out whether I'm doing the right thing or not. Okay, getting off of gravel, now we're on packed dirt. And then transport fever. Oh man, I had my trains going so well, and then I got a bunch of suggestions, and I tried to implement them, and I broke stuff. I mean, I fix it offline, but watch the video. You'll understand my frustration. For sure. For sure. I say that a lot. You know what? I used to always say it like that, and then I heard Jeff Fabiano say it like that. For sure. And now every time I say it, I feel like I'm copying him, even though, you know, I've been saying that for quite some time. Anything? Nothing. All right. I don't have big mirrors. I've only got the small front mirrors, because in order to use the big mirrors, I gotta go like that, and then I can't tell what's in front of me. Let's see if we can get this up to speed. Going up to Pendleton, Oregon. I was watching Monte Rico Gaming driving in Oregon, and it must be where they're from, because he was naming all kinds of sites and locations and stuff like that that were, you know, not in the areas, you know, as if he was, you know, pointing them out like, hey, that needs to be there, or that needs to be there, but I can see why they did this. That's pretty cool. I live in Massachusetts, so by the time they reach Massachusetts, SCS, with the maps, I'll probably be celebrating my, let's see, 80th birthday? At the pace that they're going, yeah, it'll be a while. Now, in last week's episode, something I noticed, right? I kept saying that it kept showing intersections, and when I would come up to them, there'd be no traffic lights. There would be no traffic lights, and just the road signs would be suspended in midair. So last week there was definitely something a little buggy going on, but I noticed traffic lights today. So I'm going to assume that everything is fixed. I'm not sure what exactly it was. But, yep, it worked itself out somehow. See if we can get it up to speed here. She takes a bit to get there. Just saying. Oh boy. Alright, let's put her in 13th and let's drop her back down to 11th, because apparently we're climbing a huge hill. You better pass me, because I'm running out of lane and I'm coming over regardless. Right on. Yeah, and then Wednesday, Banish Wednesday, I finish a bunch of builds, and I start some new development. Definitely take a look at that, and I get a chance to do a little beautification. Nothing wrong with that. 2, 4, 6, 8. Now we're up to 70 for the speed limit. I'm doing 58 and I'm overtaking. Something wrong with that. We'll go 2 more. Thursday's depraved. Woohoo! We reach a milestone. Yeah, we've been building and working towards getting settlers, and we continue on that path. Definitely worth a watch. A lot of stuff happens. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of rejigging. Hope you guys enjoy Thursday's episode. And Felon Fridays, boy, medium security has taken a while to get to, but I hammer it on Friday. I really do hope that you like my Prison Architect series. I have so much fun building prisons. I know they can be a little long on the episodes. I know I'm a little particular about placement and what goes where and how to put things down, but I think my goal is to make it somewhat authentic, if that's possible with the game, you know, obviously the character set, a little cartoonish, you know, a little 2D on the characters, but really it's such an enjoyable game. And when I did the giveaway, you can bypass. Sweet, I'll take it. When I did get to give away Banished and Prison Architect, Nerd of Anarchy won, and he's been absolutely loving Banished. He's been having such a great time with it. Almost rear-ended that car because they jammed on their brakes for no reason. But yeah, they've been playing that crap out of Banished, which is great. I love seeing somebody get addicted to a game that I'm addicted to. I love Banished. Banished is so much fun for me. Prison Architects, so much fun for me. I think I will probably always, 2, 4, 6. I think I will probably always use those games on the channel, unless there happens to be some kind of really superb replacement, like Luke from Shining Rock Software is working on a new game. The guy who made Banished is making a new game. That's awesome. Super awesome. I will buy that game in alpha if he has it with a 10 by 10 square with one tree and a single peasant. I will buy the game because I know it's going to end up being good, because he made such a great first game. So that being said, that could be the replacement to Banished, and especially because he believes in the modding community, which definitely prolongs the longevity of games. When you allow for modding, you allow other people to add things that you didn't have the time or resources to add, or didn't think of even, and they get to expand on what you've done, and so then you get people who will buy your game just so they can play a particular mod, and it's amazing. It's amazing that, you know, you can prolong the life of a game. Banished came out in 2014. It's 4 years old. And the community is still huge. If you search Banished today on YouTube, you'll find a dozen people that are still making video series, at least a dozen, that are still making a video series on the game. And it's been out for 4 years, and it's a survival city builder. I mean, that's just awesome. So kudos to Luke, the one-man show. I look forward to what he does next. And then the guys who make Colonial Charter and Megamod, Black Liquid Software, they're actually working on their own title. And if that comes out and it's anything like what they've done with the mods for Banished, that'll be a mainstay game. I'll love that game. So, you know, my banner has the 4 games that I enjoy playing the most right now. That banner will get updated and change, and you know what I'm saying. So I've been thinking about it, and I'm going to try to come up with my own topic every week for the Monday Drive. Unless somebody puts something in to chat about. And this week's topic will be shooting pool. I know I've touched on it before. So when I was a wee lad of about 12 or 13, I used to go shoot pool with my dad on occasion. We'd go to the local bowling alley, and they had pool tables, and we would shoot pool there. And then there was another place that we used to go. It was a pool hall, but it was like sort of family oriented. It was a nice, clean, not what you would think of like from Color of Money, you know, dark, dingy, alcohol, sweat stained. You know, this was nice and clean, and the tables were beautiful. And we used to go and shoot pool there. And they had really, really good tables. And my father would never let me win, which is great. Oh, this is where I'm getting gas. Very cool. My father would never let me win. What he would do was he would tell me that I wasn't playing him. I was playing the table. So I wasn't to think about him and how he was shooting. When and if I got a shot, I was to think about the table and the table only. And I still do that to this day. Come on. Come on, bear. You can do it. Crawl out. And I still think about that to this day. When I'm shooting in a match, I'm not playing the player, I'm playing the table. That's why when I lose, I'm never upset if I got beat by a better player. I'm upset that I didn't shoot well on the table, because it really is. If I have a chance to get to the table, it's up to me to win the game. If they run out the table and I don't have a chance to shoot, there you go. Nothing I can do about that. Let's make this map big. Coming down. Looks like I'm taking a left up here. We'll start her out in second. She's a beast. So, about 10, 11, 12 years old, he started teaching me how to shoot pool. And then probably about 13 or 14, I was okay. But then his work got busy. He only had the weekends available. And when it came to the weekends, is it here? Yeah, it's got to be here. Oh, there it is. I see the X now. And on the weekends, he was doing stuff around the house to, you know, building shelves and making the house more livable. Put it in neutral, park brake, engine off, topper off. you know, and whatever else needed to be done. And then when I was 16, my brother had broken his neck in a swimming accident, and all of the time that they had was spent traveling to see him at the hospital. And then when he finally came home from the hospital and got out of rehabilitation, taking care of him. So the ability to go shoot pool regularly just wasn't there. So when I was 18, my father and I went over to Montgomery Ward's and bought a cheap little pool stick, but not one with a cork tip. It actually had a leather tip on it. And we picked up the cue, and it was a cheapo. It was like 30, 35 bucks, something like that. And because I told him I was interested in playing with him again, because after 2 years my brother had started to get better, or needing less manual care. And we had talked about going out to shoot pool again. But what ended up happening was a pool hall in the downtown area near where I live had opened up, and it's a big pool hall. And I was the second person to walk through the door. And I went in, and I started shooting. I got a rack of balls, and I started shooting pool. And I shot there for about 2 years, 3 years, until I turned 21. And then they started kind of turning it into a nightclub. The tables started getting beat up real bad. They stopped taking care of the tables because they were sinking all their money into, nightclub acts and things like that. Here we go, wipers on. It's raining. It's raining, man. Hallelujah. Don't do that, Jibba. Don't do that. Please, for the love of God, don't do that. So yeah, so I stopped going there, and I started specking out other places that had pool tables, and I'd play here and I'd play there and whatnot, and see if I can resume. Keep my foot on the gas. And then in 1997, when I was 24, I joined a pool league. Well, what I did was I heard about a pool league, and I talked to a bunch of my friends that I had who I shot pool with regularly out of this one local bar about getting a team together. And so I started a pool team as a captain in the American Pool Players Association League. And I played from 1997 until 2005. I played on 3 different teams, all at the same time. So I did Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Mondays were 9-ball, and Tuesdays and Wednesdays were both 8-ball leagues. And I did that from 97 until 2005. Well, in 2004, I started getting really sick. And by 2005, it was pretty bad. And I couldn't trust myself to be out of my comfort zone. Because I have Crohn's disease. And it's not beneficial to be away from a clean bathroom. I just started getting nervous about having accidents and became socially awkward. So I stopped shooting pool. In 2006, I met my now wife, but back then girlfriend, and started to have a relationship with her. And she helped me get a lot of things straightened out when it came to my illness. And so, you know, I started getting good care for it and everything. And so then fast forward to 2016, and I am itching to get back out and play pool again, because from 2005 until 2016, in those 11 years, I shot pool here and there sporadically. Like I would go out on occasion, or my wife and I would go someplace that I knew had a pool table. I'd bring my cue along just so I could shoot some pool, because I didn't shoot regularly and I missed it. So I'm itching. So I asked her, I said, you know, do we have it in the budget for me to go out and get back on a pool team? And she said, yeah, we can work that out. So anyways, I go down to one of the local bars that I had shot pool out of way back when, and they still had teams out of there. So I got hooked up with a team, and from 2016 until now, I've been shooting pool every Wednesday and Thursday night. And since I've been back, I've had great success with the teams that I've been on. Let's just put it that way. So I've managed to make it to upper level tournaments with the teams that I've been on, and I've been on 3 teams now, and so this season is my first time with my 3rd team. And basically what I've done is whenever a team has needed help getting off the ground, they don't have enough players, I'll leave the full team that I'm on and go to the team. Whoops, there, that's the one I want. I'll leave the full team I'm on and I'll go to the team that needs help, and then that team will be successful all of a sudden. You know, we'll have many good players that are on the team, and yeah, we'll be competitive, and we'll get to the upper level tournaments. And then this season, which just started a few weeks ago, so we're like week 6, maybe week 7. We're in first place. We had a rough night last night. I'm recording this on Thursday. I played last night, which is Wednesday. We had a rough night, and we didn't do so well. So we might not have first place anymore. Just saying. But yeah, the teams I've been on have been successful, and I've been glad to be back doing it. I'm having a lot of fun again. But I shoot on Wednesday nights, I shoot in the American Pool Players Association League, or the APA. And on Thursday nights, I shoot in the Valley National 8-Ball Association of New England. They have them around the country, but I shoot out of the one that's in northern New England. Out of the same bar I shoot at on Wednesday nights. So in the APA, normally what it'll be a group of pool halls or bars, and you'll travel around to the other places, and each week you'll shoot at a different place, and you'll play teams out of that bar or that pool hall. But it just so happens that the place that I shoot it out of has enough teams to have an in-house league, so we don't have to travel. All you have to do is go to one location, and we just play a different team each week. And so we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun without having to run all over the place, which is great come wintertime, because I picked the place because it's centrally located to where I live. So not having to drive all over Tarnation to get to my next pool match is beneficial to me. Anything on my left? I do not see anything on my left. And nothing in the middle. And here we go. Right on. I'm not sure where we're at on the map. Moving right along. So yeah, and then on Thursday nights, the same thing. The VNEA League is an in-house league, so again, no travel needed, which is awesome. I kind of like that. There's a good group of people that play out of the same location. You only got the occasional curmudgeon or the occasional person who is more aggressive than the average person. Like, you know, they have to win at all costs. Pretty much everybody wants to win, but we all play competitively, and we're all friendly, and it's relatively laid back. The atmosphere is really nice. And you can trust most players. You get the occasional one who won't be forthright, but you can trust most players to be forthright, like giving up ball in hand or a bad hit or whatever. I gotta pull into the way station. Right on. And, you know, we'll probably call it an episode here as well. Put it in 2, put the park brake on. Yep, so we'll call it an episode there. Listen, if you have any topics you want to discuss, put them in the comments below, because I do read them. And I will catch you next Monday for another episode of Moving Monday, American Truck Simulator. Peace!
That was a failure of epic proportions. Unacceptable.